This is an ancient question. Does overclocking a CPU actually improve your frame rate in games? Well, in this video I'm going to try to answer it with my own low-end crappy CPU by trying it without overclock and with overclock. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take the A6 5400K CPU from AMD. I'm not using the integrated graphics, I'm using an R7 260X graphics card and 4 gigs of RAM. We're going to run a game and we're going to see how many frames per second we get at its stock 3.8 GHz turbo speed and how many frames per second we can get at 4.2 GHz overclock mode. For testing the frame rate, we used the DDR3 built-in benchmarking utility. Why are we doing this? Well, because now the computer actually controls the player car, so I'm not driving myself, which makes this a very consistent test, which is exactly what we need to get very precise readings of the FPS. And 3 benchmarks will be conducted on each speed, so 3 tests on 3.8 GHz and 3 tests on 4.2 GHz. Now here are the results. So let's have a look at these benchmarks. You can see on the left side we have 3.8 GHz, and on the right side we got 4.2 GHz results. You can see the results yourself, and you can see that the overall average FPS on 3.8 GHz is 40.8, and the overall average FPS on 4.2 GHz is 43.25, so we actually gained 3.25 frames per second by overclocking our CPU 400 MHz. I want to point out some important things. First of all, if you get an improvement by overclocking your CPU, depends on if the CPU is the problem. Okay, so if you have a really fast CPU, like you have a Core i7 or something, and a terrible video card, and you're playing a game like DDR3, your video card is the problem, okay, and overclocking your CPU doesn't do anything because the video card is the thing that is causing your low FPS. In my case, my video card is pretty good, you know, it's an R7 260X for DDR3, that's a pretty good video card, and my CPU is actually limiting me, and that's exactly why I get an improvement. It depends on the situation, you know, maybe this is just not worth it for you. Just let me know in the comments what you think of overclocking your CPU, and is it worth it? Or have you done it yourself? Just tell me. And of course, if you actually did, then like the video and maybe even consider subscribing, because I'd really appreciate that.